Okay, so
we're going to the HP garage, which is the official birthplace of Silicon Valley. It's where Hewlett and Packard started their company in a garage, and made oscilloscopes for the U.S. government. And we're students at Stanford University, so we just left the Los Altos History Museum, which is a trip of a place.
So I'm here with Robert Scoble and a couple of other guys. We just met at this super cool event.
Hey.
And we are going to show them full self-driving beta 10.69 and see what they think. We're going to the Hewlett Packard garage, and pray for us because we're going to go there with just computer vision.
Right away, it's smoother than mine.
Crazy, right?
Pretty quick.
Yeah, it's smoother.
Right, now we got a right turn coming up.
Yeah. Now, when it heads towards cars like that, it always freaks me out, but it always goes right around them, no problem.
I've never had it
and when you
get too close yet.
On Saturday, the guy who runs the team that does the AI at Tesla,
so you can see it's the car was blue there. That means I'm waiting for that car. Now I made the right turn.
It jerked just a bit there, but smoother than usual. Ashok put up a paper explaining how this sees the world, and it sees the world as voxels.
All right, so stopping at the traffic light, you can see it's rendering the other cars in there. Yeah. It's trying to get the road layout. It can see this car on this side, and it has no maps or anything. It's just purely from computer vision. It's constructing this. You can see the biker there. It's just constructing this road layout purely from vision. So we got a left turn coming up, El Camino Real in 1.3 miles. So let's see how it deals with this biker. And
people give me shit for driving without my hands on the wheel. Whatever.
Well, it's good to have your hand on the wheel, but when I'm making a video, every time I touch it, people go, "Oh, see, you're really driving." I was like, no. I just have to touch it to let it know I'm still there, really. So you can see it kind of got away from this biker.
It shows the biker, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there.
And it just picked its lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, I can even tell it to speed. I can tell it, okay, go 45 instead of 35, and it'll just do it. I could even tell it to go 60, and it would do it, and it would do it well. That's kind of my favorite part about the thing. You know, you can't do that in a Waymo.
All right, so where are we? I have no
Is there
idea.
any limit? Does it limit your speed? Was it top you
85. It can't. It can't auto.
It can go up to 85.
Yeah.
Well, it'll go to the speed that's safe on this.
Yeah, it won't go faster than it's safe. See, okay, now the sign is mad at me.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I was going 85 down 280 to get here. It was fun. Feels like you're on like a bullet train or something.
If it's on a non-divided road, it limits you to a lower speed than 85. Right now, it probably would let you go to what, 50?
Okay, so that was a little bit of unnecessary braking.
Yeah,
it'll do things like
I
that.
saw the blue flash on the screen. Did you have to give it some input on the wheel?
The blue is just like, hey, touch the wheel.
Okay, so it still wants you to touch the wheel.
You put a little
It
torque on
just
the
wants to make sure you don't fall asleep, really.
Yeah.
You know,
Make sure
because
you're there.
you got to pay attention. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but it makes mistakes, every day, right?
Yeah.
As simple as like, okay, maybe I missed a turn to, okay, maybe
I counted that as a mistake, even though it's not a fatal mistake.
It was a little bit confused about the left turn lane, but it looks like it did find its way in here. Snuck into this lane, very cool.
That's crazy. It's very much smoother at that.
Yeah.
Than mine would be like, hesitant.
All right, now we're turning left onto El Camino Real.
So this is 2 months newer build than mine is.
We've got a little median divider here, and it navigated that well. There was also a car coming on the other side.
Yeah.
All with computer vision, it's doing this. It's like, if you gave me a task like this, I don't even know how I would even begin to approach it, right? For me, it's just like, it's working so much better than I thought computer vision was capable of at this day and age. And on, like an ordinary iPad computer, just an ARM SoC, this technology could basically run on a phone, right? If not today's phone, maybe the phone of a few years. And the power in a phone could drive any car with just cameras. All right, so now we've got a right turn on Charleston Road coming up.
How many cameras is it using?
8.
8.
Plus 1 inside to watch me and make sure I don't use the phone.
That's including the 8. Isn't there 7?
This one's the 9.
There's 9
Yeah.
including that?
3 in the front, 2 on the sides to look back, 2 on the sides to look forward, left and right, and then 1 in the rear. All right, so we're getting ready to make a right turn onto Charleston. It's slowing down. It sees the light. We've got this little kind of right turn area here, so it correctly picked it up. We've also got some cones that it needs to make sure not to hit.
On both sides?
And it made sure not to hit the cones. It rendered them. All good. Next, we got a left turn on Alma Street in 0.3 miles. The car's being cautious, going the speed limit. So, you know, it reads the speed limit signs with vision as well. I'm going to tell it to speed a little, go 30. Because I'm impatient.
Have you tried it in rain or fog? Is it still?
Oh, yeah. I mean, rain and fog are a challenge, but it still works pretty well.
Much smoother than the version that's in my car.
Oh, yeah. That's what my friend said. And, you know, she always is like, oh, my God, don't use this piece of shit self-driving. Just drive yourself. Like, you know, I don't want to put up with it. But she said, you know, actually, this version is quite a bit smoother. Okay, so this is a tough intersection. I'm going to be impressed if it can figure out where to go and doesn't try and, like, drive onto the train tracks or something. But let's see. If it does mess up, then I'll have to take over and, you know, make sure it doesn't do that.
It did stop in the right place. It didn't try to go on the tracks yet.
That was positive, sure. I mean, easy for us, very difficult for computer vision to look at a scene like this and know where the proper place to stop is.
There is a big white line there.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe not so difficult.
It is difficult to see the white line, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't see the line. It saw the line and I didn't.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just amazing. It doesn't run through red lights, right? It's going to save so many lives.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And
even
it's not
even when
in
you're
an
driving
incomplete-
manually.
Yeah.
It can alert you if you're about to run a red. It can, you know, hit the brakes if needed to prevent a collision. They're putting this stuff, even when you're driving manually, their goal is to make it so it's literally impossible to crash the car because the car just knows what there is and not to hit it.
Yeah.
It understands what's around it. Okay, finally, we got a green light. All right, come on, don't go the wrong way, don't go the wrong way. Okay, so you see how it paused for that car?
Yeah.
It thought that car might be coming and entering the intersection, but it wasn't. So I'm actually going to send that clip to them.
How do you get the this functionality to report things? Does that come with the beta?
You have it too.
I do?
Yeah, so you can just push that button if you have any kind of
I don't remember
issue
seeing that.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Yeah, on that left turn back there, is it because it couldn't see the arrow?
Yeah.
Or it sensed the car coming too fast? What do you think
It saw the arrow, but, you know, I think as its driving policy, it just doesn't always assume that people are going to stop. It waits to see that they're actually stopping.
It's probably a good call.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people do run lights and stuff, you know, so
Sure.
you kind of have to be prepared for that. But, I mean, it's a hard thing. The correct thing for the software to do would have been to just go, right? Because that's what a human would have done.
Right.
But, you know, it's like walking a tightrope. You have to stop for all the things you're supposed to stop for, while also not stopping for any of the things you're not supposed to stop for.
What's kind of crazy, like, once all the cars are self-driving, if they
Yeah.
can talk to each other,
Right.
and if that car could have let this car know, hey,
Yeah.
I'm stopping,
Exactly,
we could have
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, they can all share their policy with each other, sync information up to the server.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I saw some construction over here. Maybe you should avoid the street. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, we're really looking at an era where we might have, like, real-time maps where instead of, like, Google Maps where it's like a static, okay, here's what I remember the roads used to look like. It's like, oh, there's actually a fire truck on this street, this traffic light is broken, and you're getting all this information in real time.
It's faster and more complete to show you cars around you too. This system now is building a 360-degree view of this area in voxels, and you can start saying, oh, that little white line has a voxel on it, and that could be shared among all the cars, right? So if there's a police action in lane number 2, or a protest, or a crash, or a fire, or something like that, it can communicate that eventually with the other cars, and you'll see Teslas someday switching over to lane number 1.
Using the network, they could all talk to some server and just exchange information.
They already are with traffic, right? You've seen the traffic. That took that a little.
Well,
That's not
I
a
told it
mistake.
to speed.
Oh, you
so,
told it to speed, but
yeah.
still, it should
I
have
told it to
known
go
the
10
radius.
over.
All
Yeah,
right.
it should have seen that a little earlier and done it a little smoother. I agree.
Yeah, and
But
so,
it wasn't
that's,
bad. It
that's
didn't
how
spin out of
critical
its
we
lane.
are. We're like, oh, this is. There's different bags of problems
Oh,
with
yeah.
this. There's fatal errors, you know,
Yeah.
those go into one bag, and then there's a whole bunch of
It's such
things.
a complex problem because on the surface there's like, okay, you can't crash into anything. That's like table stakes, right? But even after then, people are like, it's a little jerky. It was a little rough. Why
I
did
want
it
it
slow and
comfortable.
didn't-"
I want it
Yeah.
smooth.
It's got to be
Absolutely.
better than me in
Yeah.
every way, right?
Yeah.
So the bar is so high for people, and you know, you show them one thing, they'll be impressed for a little while, then they'll get annoyed, they'll start complaining, and they always want it to be better. You know, they're always complaining about, you know, what it does and what it doesn't do. But
Thing is, people will complain no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
like if it's driving slow and cautious, people will be like, "Hey, but I want to get there faster."
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the head of Autopilot Software said, you know, you need to be safe, comfortable, and reasonably fast.
Yep.
It's easy to be safe if you give up on being comfortable and you give up on being fast. Because then you can just drive really slow, stop for anything, be super jerky, and you won't hit anything. Doing all three, that's actually the challenge.
Have you found that it's smoother at following the person in front of you? Now, here's an
Yeah.
interesting one where somebody's
Yeah, this guy
coming to a lane.
merged, so handled that
Right.
well, I think.
Yeah. Does it when it switched to camera only, for me, it doesn't feel quite as smooth at following people, particularly in stop and go traffic. That was interesting. It sort of.
It wasn't
had a
sure
little
which
bit
lane
of
to go
a-
in, but we've got a right turn coming up in 300 feet.
And it also slowed way down
Yeah.
because the speed limit here is 25 and you're turning. Okay,
Right.
got it.
All right, so we got a right turn.
A little bit too fast for my take in the
I'm
middle of the
I'm on
turn, but a
assertive
little
mode
bit.
right now, so you can actually tell
That-
it assertive, average, chill.
That's
I'll
fine.
put it on average.
No, I like assertive because that's where I keep it. And I'm judging how smooth it is, and it's very smooth compared
Yeah.
to mine.
It's pretty good overall. I mean, it's got a few rough edges being a new version, but I think people who are using this software, the 100,000 people, are gonna, you know, be happy with this update.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Do
got.
you know when everyone will get it?
More people get it at the end of the week than, you know, in a couple weeks after that, they're gonna release it to all 100,000 people. Okay.
Here's a fun one.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah.
roundabout. I don't know if it's going to be able to handle this. In the past, I've seen it kind of struggle with some of these kind of roundabouts here in the South Bay. Okay, it's
Yeah.
being a little overly cautious. Okay, cool. That was good.
Good, but
Too long.
too long.
Too
right?
long to check
slow.
if it was clear. No human
And keep
would
in
ever
mind,
wait
we're
that long.
on a fairly unmarked street here,
Yeah.
right? And you're coming up to.
Oh,
It's
this
right
is
here.
where it is.
Yeah, it's right here on the left.
Oh yeah, wow.
That's the plaque, and that's the garage. So we should go out and take a picture. Go ahead and park, and
Okay.
yeah, then we can go back. We're going for a ride with Omar. This is sort of like getting a ride with Elon, only in a faster car than Elon gave me a ride in. What kind of car is this, Omar?
Tesla Model 3 Performance.
All right, it's faster than mine.
All right,
You
stop
do
it.
0 and 60 in 3 seconds.
Yeah,
All right,
but software won't be doing that today, hopefully.
hopefully,
Are you
maybe.
recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
All
Why
right,
not?
stop for a second while I set this
Hold
up.
on, hold on.
Even the cars in the parking lot, it's rendering all their positions. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I didn't even see that guy standing there, but then I noticed the guy and I looked, oh, is there really a guy there? Oh, there is. So it really helps you see things. Every time you glance down at your speed, you get this 360 view.
How's it so good in the dark?
Well, they train it in the dark, they train it in the
Yeah.
light, they train it in every possible scenario. They got 3 million cars around the world going and collecting data.
One hint is look at the camera. It sees more detail than your human eye does. So the AI can see more at
Yeah.
night. It actually works better at night than during the day.
Well, yeah, because there's
A
less
lot of
traffic.
con-
When there's a lot
don't
of traffic, that's when you run into problems
Oh,
because
is
people
it?
are crazy, you know. Someone just does something ridiculous. Okay, now I think we're pretty much here.
Yeah, it was back there, but that's all right. I'm enjoying
Looks like you
it.
missed the map in a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe.
Go right and then immediate right if you can.
Okay, we got to give it a destination now.
Oh, I was trying to get. You want to go to Phil's or you want to go to Koopa?
Well, I mean,
was trying to
let's
get
not
to
keep these
Koopa.
guys hostage for too long, but maybe we'll.
No, I was trying to get to Koopa because Koopa.
I mean, that's where we just were.
I know. What I want to do is take. It doesn't matter. We could go somewhere else.
Let's just.
Java was invented in that building.
Wow.
We passed by where the vacuum tube was invented.
Nice. We're getting the full
Chamath, the famous
Yeah.
VC had
Silicon
his
Valley
office
tool
over
from
here.
Robert Scoble.
I met my wife a block from here. That's why.
All right, let's go by there.
I know this.
That's a real destination.
I drive me.
That's what you do. You just make minor corrections, and now it's going to upload that to the server, and they're going to say, why'd they turn it off? Oh, okay, we failed to see that speed bump. Add it to the data set, label it, run it, run the training again, and hopefully next time you'll see it. But it's a really tricky thing, because if you have a false positive and you see a speed bump that's not there, you're going to be slowing for no reason and annoying people. But if you don't see it and you don't slow down, then you might send someone flying. Like, man, I don't envy those guys. This is a hard problem to be working on.
Here's another
Okay,
bump.
let's see. What's it going to do? Oh, see? Now it's slowed down for this one.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Not enough, but a little bit.
I think part of the issue was
That's
I had
all right.
it too fast. I had it going 10 over.
Uh,
So I think it, maybe didn't have enough time to respond in the dark. Alright, we got a green light.
It should have that as metadata though, because I'm sure somebody else has driven this street before and
It doesn't usually use metadata. It's really pure computer vision. Like, they kind of want it to fail in a way, right? Because they want to expose the flaws of the vision system. You could mask the flaws of the vision system really easily by having a map data and storing all this metadata to kind of cheat and get the answers. But really, foundationally, the vision system has to be really strong to make it work. And you can always layer those cheats on top of the vision system.
Yeah.
Once it's strong. But they want it to fail, and then we provide the labels, right? Every time I hit the brake or I turn the steering, I'm giving some labeling to a situation that it didn't handle correctly.
I like the blue.
Yeah, it's cool
And
to see.
I like the being able to see where's our point of no return, right? Where are we in danger?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really good at communicating that.
I mean, I can't believe it. I'm just telling the car where to go using voice rating buttons, and it'll just drive you all around Silicon Valley with you mostly just sit there, make a few corrections maybe.
Now your blinker went on there. Was that you or did?
It changed lanes. Yeah, it does that by itself.
Okay.
So see, it read that 50 speed limit sign, and now it started speeding up.
Do you I have it set to go 10% over. So you have it set to just go
I do,
speed
but
limit?
I'm on this profile that I use for videos. It's on the speed limit.
Got it.
On my normal profile that I use, I have it go 5 miles an hour over the limit.
Okay.
Okay, that was bad.
Yeah.
It had it right, but then it decided to give up for whatever reason on getting into that turn lane. But it eventually found its way.
And that's bad because this has been tested a lot. Because
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, it should work
the,
here.
The software
We're on
was
Tesla's
developed right up
headquarters.
here.
Or Tesla's former headquarters. Yeah, the whole team is right there. You would think it would, it would work pretty well. But
Well, not all the whole team, but a lot of the team.
yeah,
Because now there's teams all over the world who are working on different turns and stuff.
Mhm.
Like Chuck's turn is in Florida, right? So they have a team down in Florida working on
Oh
that.
yeah, they got the ADAS testers running everywhere, but a lot of the software team is here.
Yeah.
Even though the headquarters now has been moved to Texas, they're still keeping most of the software people here
Yeah.
because
Nobody
Silicon
wants to
Valley,
live.
Obviously. Like, I mean,
wanna
that
keep the
that
AI
event we went to
pioneers.
tonight was just quintessential Silicon Valley, and why I love it here is like where else can you find an event like that where people are just talking about deep learning, voice, AI, and you've just got so many just impressive people like that where,
who've actually built it.
Yeah, exactly.
Google and Siri.
And that's what draws so many
Apple.
people here at the end of the day, right?
Yep.
That's why I came here, and I wanted to go to college. It's like, well, I want to go to Silicon Valley. All right,
Please check in with security.
This guy's trying to kick us out.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to be in here. So.
No. Have you ever tried to come in here before?
Yeah, they tell you to leave. So.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, so let me turn this thing on.
My wife works across the street.
At Rubrik?
No, at VMware.
Oh, VMware. Okay,
Like
cool.
When,
All right, so we're 7 minutes away from the starting point. So this will be our final trip.
Still is very cautious with those left turns. It's
Cautious is good.
yeah.
I like cautious. You can always push the accelerator to tell it to go faster.
Yeah, it's like it wants to see around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's also dark here. In SF, it's pretty well lit. There's street lights and everything. Here, it's pretty dark. But, I was taking it in Los Altos Hills the other weekend, and it was doing pretty good up there, too. You got some pretty crazy roads.
You ever take it outside California?
I've taken it as far as Arizona, and actually one time I sold my last Model 3 to somebody, so we drove it on FSD from Los Angeles to Miami.
Oh, wow.
And we had 16 takeovers.
The whole way?
That's
Yeah,
not many.
across the
Damn.
whole country,
So
16.
3,000 miles.
You're
Yeah.
usually on
And that was a while ago, so I bet now
Wow.
I could even get less than 16 if I did it again. So it's only a matter of time before someone does the first
zero
LA to New York drive.
zero takeover
Yeah,
drive.
zero takeovers, right? I mean, I think people should be trying it every month because someone could get lucky.
I can't wait to be able to get in my car, go to sleep at night, and wake up in LA.
I know. Oh my God, that'd be incredible.
Sun Valley, Utah, go skiing.
Oh, absolutely.
Leave here at 6 p.m. You'll arrive there at 9, refreshed.
Oh, I know that drive way too well. I was wishing self-driving existed every time I did it.
Yeah, going over Nevada isn't as tough. Although it has to watch for things like tire treads on the roads and stuff. Chuck and I were talking about that. I drove mine to Detroit. That's the furthest I've
Oh,
gone.
really?
Yeah. That works pretty good. Keep in mind, most of the driving is straight, interstate.
All right, so we got a tough little right turn here. I don't know if it's going to make it. Or actually, no, it's actually that one. See, this is good. The software is sometimes better at figuring out which right turn it is. Okay, that was a little jerky.
Yeah.
But I might have
Also-
maybe tried to go into that right turn lane.
Yeah.
But the software is good at knowing, okay, it's actually this one, not that one. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We're in
That's
the home
amazing.
stretch
They
now.
could figure that out without
Yeah.
having pre-programmed
Yeah,
that exact turn.
it's incredible. Software is just amazing what you can do with software.
Yeah.
Well, here we are decades into the microprocessor being a thing, and software just continues to blow us away with what it can do. I mean, they're really getting into Westworld territory with this stuff, building a humanoid robot and trying to make it do, tasks that humans can do using the same type of software that helps you move through the world.
Are you excited for the first software video blogger?
Scoble's been found redundant by the AI because the AI now can blog on its own. It doesn't need Scoble to tell us anything anymore. Or Omar.
Yeah,
The
what
new
can we do?
blogger.
AI is going to take all our jobs. I mean, you look at GitHub Copilot, it's like shit. Hopefully they don't keep working on this too much, or
GPT-4 is coming.
right?
I hear it's as mind-blowing as GPT-3 was.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
OpenAI is just doing incredible things. Everyone at the event tonight, everyone had to at least mention OpenAI once, right?
Yeah.
They've really captivated people's imaginations. It's crazy how large some of those models are, it'd be great if you could just run it on your phone or something, but it's you look at the size of GPE-3 and it's
Or DALL-E, 225 million images that were
Yeah.
ingested. Well, even this, I mean, each car is uploading somewhere around 30 gigs a day right now, right?
Yeah.
So you start thinking, oh, there's 3 million cars in the fleet. You know, how many of those actually are uploading that quantity? So
Right.
a good chunk of them. It's a lot of data. I think at AI Day they're going to show us the auto learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for that. All right, we got this little thing in the middle of the road. Made sure not to hit that. That's good.
It's really good at not hitting things, and the video.
You would hope so.
Well, now that that Ashok showed off the video where they show how the math works, it's like, oh, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, that guy doesn't get enough credit. Ashok, he's really done something amazing here, leading the team to do this. I mean, I think this is kind of probably deep learning history because, I mean, you see a lot of cool deep learning projects,
Yeah.
but few have the bar set so high, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, you have something like DALL-E, like you generate an image from DALL-E and it's like kind of weird if you look at it closely. You can kind of see like, okay, this is kind of not really what a human would generate, but it doesn't need to be that good because it's just kind of a demo, right? It's not life or death.
Yeah.
Here you have something where it's actually potentially life or death, so it needs to be very, very good. So you see a lot of kind of deep learning projects where they get to like 90%, 95%, but it's rare that you see someone really, you know, I have to try to get to 100%.
Yeah.
You're just pulling in the parking lot like this?
Yeah. And there we go. Now we're done.
I'm there.
Bravo, bravo.
We made it
awesome.
out alive.
We did it. Wow.
The robots didn't kill us.
Wow.
Again.
Impressive.
Robots didn't kill
All right,
us.
it was good to meet you guys.
Yeah, hey, thanks. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the professor here, so he probably had like a lot of friends at Stanford that he was visiting off and doing these roundabouts every day going to the office. All right, now we got a longer one. Boom. Just beautiful.
Much nice. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to make the Europeans so happy when they get this.
Oh, yeah.
It's not perfect, but
Yeah.
it blows me away every day that this is possible today on our existing cars.
Yeah. I wish the same on my 4-year-old.
Yeah, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, there are cars built in 2016 that can run the software. That's crazy. Like, what's your 2016 BMW doing?